It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. It's an honor, certainly a privilege to be streaming into your home or into your office, or for many of you right now who are listening on your smartphone or maybe on your iPad or your tablet, or of course on your computer right now. It's an honor and a privilege to serve you. My promise is not only will this be a good use of your time, but you'll walk away with the resources you need in your sales department to generate revenue. Doesn't that sound amazing, by the way? And I always say, and this is not a Shea Brownism or Shayism, but it's so true that success leaves clues. It's been around for a lot of years. It's a core philosophy. And we're going to look at the success and failures of some companies through a case study and to talk about how you can apply it in your sales department to make it relevant to where it is today. Let's dive in right now. So back in 1847, Louis Francis Cartier had a challenge. And his challenge was, how does he keep his small business jewelry store afloat, by the way? And this was during the siege of Paris. And it took a lot of resilience, it took some smarts, and he not only laid the foundation for what would become an iconic brand, Cartier, but also keys to success. Now, CEOs like Cartier often encounter challenges in the business world. Let's talk about what happened. Let's do a deep dive into this global luxury empire that exists today. So the Cartier brothers faced a unique challenge when the Brazilian aviator Albert Santos Dumont said, you know what? It's practically impossible to use pocket watches during flights. Now, here's what I want you to hear. Here's where having a visionary sales system comes in. He said, you know what? This predicament, this challenge, it led to the birth of the first mass-produced wristwatch. Did you know that? Interesting fact, by the way, ever produced for men, the Santos. And their ability to identify and solve a problem paved the way for future success. So this led to the introduction to the legendary Cartier tank in 1917. Now, this was a pivotal moment in history. It was inspired by the military tank, and the tank became a timeless capsule, by the way. And you even see it introduced, that big old watch, inside of movies, and many movie stars have used it as well. So what's the big takeaway that I have for you? Have a visionary sales system. Just like the Cartier brothers, by the way, it wasn't just about creating a beautiful product that looked pretty good on their wrist. It was about understanding that the quality had to be there, understanding the significance of how it solved the problem. Aviators now had a wristwatch, by the way. Inside of a tank, they have a wristwatch, and that thing was timeless. It was something that wouldn't be destructible. By solving a problem, they were able to build the business. And as a CEO, you should reflect on your sales strategy, look at using innovation, being creative, and inside your sales cycle, inside your sales message, inside your sales positioning, make sure you understand the market and then solve that problem. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, once again, is Shea Brown. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. It's an honor. It's a privilege to serve you. And every morning we get started, well, almost the exact same way, if not the exact same way, and that is with our mantra. And our mantra hasn't changed. It's 3 words. You might know these 3 words if you join us every day. If not, listen very carefully. It's focus on sales. Wow. 3 words. It's simple, it's easy, it's duplicatable, it's something that you can do. Focus on sales. As a CEO, your number one job is to focus on sales. Focus on sales. Focus on what? Sales. Here's why. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business, because sales really is the oxygen. I did say oxygen. Yes, I did say oxygen. For every great business in history. And here's what I do know, is that without sales in the business, there's always more money pouring out of your bank account than there is pouring into your bank account. The point that I want you to walk away with, the point I want you to know is that selling at the end of the day is serious, serious business. Put that down in your notes. Selling is serious business. And as the CEO, we also like to check in every single day and look at our pledge that we have to the sales department. And for our sales department, we're going to pledge that we're going to learn, we're going to earn, and we're going to return. And this is very, very important because we're responsible as the CEO for making sure we hand over, well, the salespeople to our sales department. Make sure that we have a sales process in our sales department, and to make sure that the sales department has the resources that are necessary to execute the big vision that you have, by the way. So here's how you do it through the pledge. The pledge is I will learn something new in order to earn new revenue from existing clients in order to get old and new clients to return. So I must learn, earn, and return. And then we take a look at our objectives. And our objectives are clear. Our objectives are very clear. 3 objectives. Our first objective is it's all about sales progress. We're going to see our sales progress every day. Our second objective is about sales handling roadblocks. We talked about a case study today. Inside that case study, let's be true. Let's be clear. It was undeniable. There was a huge challenge in front of them. And then third, it's about understanding the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know in order to grow and in order to reach that next level. Number 1, they must have a one-page CEO sales plan. Number 2, they must have a sales cycle. So they must understand the cycle they're going through. Number 3, they must have a sales message. What's the message you're communicating? And that message has to make sure it strategically positions them inside the market. And then number 4, they must understand their CEO dashboard. You see, what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And then number 5 is all about having a 7-figure sales team. When you do that, you will see your sales start going up. Now, for those folks that are tuning in, and every morning we like to pause, we like to slow down, like to make sure that we connect. So if you're out there and you're listening right now, 2 things. Number 1, I want you to look right below the video. Look right below the video. And put hashtag I'm here. If you can do that on the platform you're watching on, I like to connect with you. You can see me, but I can't see you. So put hashtag I'm here. For those other folks that are out there that are watching right now and you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. I'm glad you're here. It's great that you're here. So hashtag replay. For everyone else, it's on one of our streaming platforms. Maybe you're on Apple TV. Maybe you're on Roku. Maybe you're listening to the podcast. Thanks for downloading the podcast, man. It's kind of cool. We appreciate it to be streaming in your ears right now. Or maybe you're on one of the YouTube channels, wherever you are, wherever you're watching. I want you to go ahead and put @IamCheBrown. So let's connect so I can see you. And so you can see me, but I'll be able to see you. So go over to @IamCheBrown, @IamCheBrown. Now, number 1 question that comes up often is, hey, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? Why do you get together, man? What's going on? What's happening? Well, the CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So I understand you know how to sell. I get it. I understand you know what you're doing. I understand it. But now we want the sales department to move faster, easier, quicker without you there. So that's why we have this call. So every morning we get together and we have a big why. And our why is it's all about sales growth. So we're going to grow our sales, grow existing clients, grow the revenue, grow the impact we have in the world. And then it's about sales accountability. It's doing more for others than we'll do for ourselves. And it's about consistency. You may have heard this before, that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Having said that, what do most people struggle with? They struggle with consistency, not us. To be consistent, in order to stay consistent, every day we get together for 15 minutes a day. So you only got to tune in for 15 minutes. You got a busy day, I get it. You got a lot going on, I get it. But you tune in for 15 minutes a day. My promise to you, and of course, why do we do it? There's 1,440 minutes in every day, never 1,441 minutes in every day. So I'm going to ask you to give up 1% of your day. So 15 minutes a day, 1% of your day to focus on one goal and one goal only, and that is an outcome. And the outcome is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. I want you in this conversation so you can build the revenue. It's not about visibility. This is not about branding. It's not about marketing. It's not about PR. This is about generating the money that puts dollars into your bank account, and that is sales. Hope you can hear the passion in my voice, by the way, because it's so true. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Shay, that sounds good. I like the goal of $100,000 a month plus a month. But how do I do that? What do I need to be looking at? I'm the CEO. I know I need to measure. I know I need to manage, and if I measure and I manage, it will get better. I believe that. But what do I measure? What should I manage? That was a problem. To solve that problem, we created a CEO sales dashboard, because the CEO sales dashboard says, here's what's going on in your sales department from a CEO perspective. And you can just look at these numbers every day, and you now can adjust the salespeople, the sales resources, and the sales processes. Only you can do that. Just you. So let's take a look at those 5 indicators we're looking at. You can go download the CEO Sales Dashboard. Go to www.ceosalesdashboard.com. Again, www.ceosalesdashboard.com. Once you get there, you can just download it. And once you download it, you have it. Easy peasy breezy for you. Now, for those folks that know, we'll be measuring appointments, we'll be measuring offers, we'll be measuring leads, deals, and repeat business. I want you to go and download. Now, when you download, it's going to look just like this. Go to ceosalesdashboard.com, download it. It's going to be an Excel sheet. The Excel sheet looks just like this. So you can go across the top and find today's date. And as you come down to today's date, I want you to look at leads. Seriously, I want you to say, well, how many new leads went into the database yesterday? How many of those leads went in the database yesterday were qualified? How many leads went in those database yesterday that allowed you to, that came from referrals? And then look at appointments, look at offers. I mean, how many offers were made? And don't just look at yesterday for a moment. For those folks that do this every day, look at the last week. Others look at the last 2 weeks, the last 3 weeks, the last month. And then let's do a deep dive in the area of deals, because you can see their category and you can look at your top 2 products you're focused on. And when I used to focus on deals, it was all about, did the money come in or not come in? And that was a problem. So I would first say, how many deals closed? So yesterday in your company, how many deals closed? What was the revenue associated with those deals? Now, once you take a look at that and say, okay, I used to stop there, and that would create a problem. But that's not going to be you. You're going to slow down for a moment. You're going to take a look and you say, wait a minute. Of those deals, how many of those deals were cold? I mean, hot. How many they're going to close in the next 10 days for whatever reason? We'll talk about that later. How many of those deals are warm? How many of those deals are cold? Warm means in 10 to 20 days. Then how many deals are not closing in the next 20 days? It's going to be 20 plus days. And I probably have to go back and not start over again, but I've got to reconnect. Wow, isn't that kind of cool? So now you got to know where your focus is. And then we have a category called Celebrate Wins. I like to celebrate wins because I like to look at what's working, what's not working, and first what's working. I like to acknowledge what's going on in our sales department. Let our sales department know we appreciate them. So let's ask 3 questions. Powerful people, they ask powerful questions. The number one reason they ask questions is because questions steer focus, and in this life you get exactly what you focus on. So let's ask ourselves 3 questions. Number 1, what are you most proud of in the sales department yesterday? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday in your sales department yesterday? And number 3, what's the one thing you want to brag about for the sales department yesterday? Like, you want to come on, you just want to brag, brag, brag. You're excited. You're celebrating that win. And then let's shift all the way to the other side. We celebrate the wins. We acknowledge what's working, but we also understand what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. We say, wait a minute, there's been some challenges. Shay, every day is not life. Every day is not unicorns, rainbows, and cupcakes. Yeah, there's some challenges. So let's take a look at it and understand, well, number 1, overcoming hurdles. What was your biggest roadblock yesterday? What's preventing you today from moving forward? And number 3, what's the one thing you can do as a CEO that you could do it today? You can make a decision and it can help move that needle forward for the company. You see, powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions their focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus for. My message of the day is focus on sales. My message today is focus on sales. Focus on the one area that in your business, that when you serve more people, you have more income, you have more impact, you have more money, so you have more meaning in the world. And when you do that and you focus on the sales and solving problems, then that allows you to make a dollar and a difference at the same time. You're a CEO. You got that. That's my message of the day. Exactly how we started. 3 words: focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Again, it's an honor and a privilege to serve you. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for allowing us to be a part of your meeting this morning. We appreciate us broadcasting into your home or your office during these very troubling times. With that being said, peace, and I'll see you on the other side. God bless, and keep doing God's work. Bye-bye.